This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports. You're listening to TGI Sports Talk with your host Keith Angle on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hey guys, Keith Angle for TGI Sports Talk right here on Northeast Streaming Sports Network. We'll be on Facebook here in a little bit. We'll be on Twitter and YouTube, plausibly live. And this show will make it. This vlog will make it to the on-demand section of our Roku section. So when you see this, we'll be in the midst of March Madness. And every year, you know, I'm a big March Madness guy. And March Madness to me isn't just the NCAA tournament. It is the tournament, the individual conference tournaments as well. And, you know, I get torn whether the tournament itself, the winner of that individual tournament, should get the automatic bid for each and every conference in NCAA basketball like it does today. And has, since these tournaments were basically started by the ACC back in the late 60s, and they became huge attractions and huge money makers, both in arenas and with TV deals. Now, you're going to say, Keith, that's a little bit hypocritical, and maybe it is. I want to see the tournaments continue, and I want them to have some value. But I really don't think, you know, in leagues like the Ohio, we talked about it this morning on the RU Series show, should leagues like the Ohio Valley Conference, where Murray State has had such a great season, you know, they're going to get in the tournament. But there would be seasons where Murray State, with this type of record, even 22, I think, 18-0 in their conference, if they lost to somebody, a lesser team in their conference tournament, they'd be staying home. And I don't like that. I don't have a problem rewarding the tournament winner, but I still think the automatic bid, and maybe there needs to be two automatic bids, if a league has a separate winner for their regular season and their tournament. Now, you'd have to be careful of things like potentially, I guess, leagues could tank games to make sure that they get two people in. We'd have to put some kind of rules into place to stop that, but there needs to be a way to reward the regular season winner of every conference with a bid to the NCAA tournament. That would be 32 automatic bids. Now, theoretically, if the tournament winners also got automatic bids, and you had different winners of every tournament, which is very unlikely to happen. But it will happen in some of the bigger conferences because the favorites don't always win. Theoretically, you could have 64 of the 68 bids, automatic bids. So maybe this doesn't work the way I want it to, but there's got to be some system the NCAA can investigate that will find a way to reward regular season winners. And maybe it's got to be something along, you know, the college football playoff expansion is revolved around, you know, which conferences are going to get the automatic bids. And maybe, and to me, it's the highest ranked teams, right? So to me, maybe it should be the highest. Maybe it has to be the best ranked conferences. Their teams automatically get in. The winners of those tournaments automatically get in. And the rest of them have to have their play-in tournament, conference tournament. You can play them all. You can still give, the tournament would still have some meaning if you were to put some kind of plan together. And I don't pretend to know it. I don't know it all. But I know that there's plenty of instances of conferences that teams are going to have great regular seasons this year. I mean, Vermont, for instance, 17-1 in the American East, 25-5 overall. If they lose in the American East Conference tournament, they're out. They won't get in. but some team under 500 in their own conference and a power conference is going to get in that large bid. I just don't see the value in that type of scenario. And again, I'm certainly not saying that a team like the American East ought to have 2 automatic bids. There's got to be some way to reward these teams that win regular season titles. You know, maybe it's guaranteeing them a higher seed. Maybe there's something else we can do, and still leave the excitement and the importance of the postseason tournament in the conferences. I don't say I know it all. Believe me, I wish I did. If I did, I guess I'd be better off, and the world would be better off if I had all the answers. But I don't. So, what is the answer? What do you guys think? Or maybe we should just make the tournament bigger yet. Maybe you can have it both. Maybe you can have automatic bids for the regular season winner and the conference winner. So if the conference winner is the same, which will be in probably, I don't know, let's just say it's half the leagues. So now you got 32, you got 48. Maybe you expand the tournament to, I'm going to put an arbitrary number out there. Right now it's 68 with, your first 8, you have the first 4. So you got 8 teams basically playing to get to that 64 team mark. Is that right? No, 2 teams. 4 teams. Sorry. So what's the number? Is it 78? Is it 84? I don't know. And I don't really care, to be honest with you, because the cream will rise to the top. So if you reward both, let's just say you rewarded both and it was 64 and you had to have 80 teams in, you figure out the math as far as who's, how you got to play in games for the tournament or whatnot. Whatever it is to get to 64, you can have as many teams in that playoff bracket as you want, and they've got to play games down to getting into the top 64. Right? I mean, if you gave automatic bids to all the regular season winners and all the conference winners, that'd be, say, 48 on an average year. So you got 16 more teams, and you say, well, we need more than 16 at-larges. Well, I'll give you 32 at-larges, but they all got to play in. So those 32 teams can play one game. Or is that right? Am I doing my math right? Yeah. So you have 32 other at-larges if you want. And those 32 teams play for the 16 at-large bids into the tournament, if that makes sense. So when I say 32, you got 32 teams that would make it to a play-in round, and those 16 teams would also join the 48 automatic bids. And again, whatever number it is, we can work it out. All I care about is finding a way to reward season-long conference winners. Why are we playing a season? Why are we playing 30-game regular seasons, 18 to 20 games in the league, for just to get seeding in the conference tournament? Makes no sense. Play an entire season and then just blow it up in a weekend. So I'm not saying this is the answer, and I'll work it out. I'll do the numbers, guys. So again, 32 automatic bids with the regular season winners. And maybe what you do from there is, now you've got however many teams. Maybe we reduce the number of teams to back to 48 or whatever in the NCAA tournament. So you got 32 teams that are going to get a automatic bid. And the other winners of the conference tournaments, they'll go into their own mini pool. And all of those winners will get into the tournament. Maybe that makes it 48 to start the tournament. Maybe that's what we need to do. Or add teams. Go past, go past the playing around being the first 4. It's an arbitrary number. You could lower the automatic bids to, below 60 or whatever the number is today. And again, play as many play-in games as you need to play to get to your number of 64. But those regular season winners are in the tournament to begin with. What you do after that, I don't know. But NCAA, guys, speak up. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but every year goes by, I'm excited by the tournaments, but then I'm disappointed that teams had great regular seasons in some of these mid-major conferences and don't get in the tournament. So there's got to be some middle ground here. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to enjoy the college basketball the next month to 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Like no other. I love the conference tournaments. Don't get me wrong. They would still be important to me if not all of those teams were getting into the automatic bid portion of the NCAA tournament. We can make this work. Tell me what you think. Keith Engel for TGI Sports Talk. We'll catch you on the other side. Bye-bye.